Rage, oh my god, one of my favorite things, one of my favorite tropes in anime, if not media, is when I see a nigga get pissed and let out all that frustration he has. So yeah, this video I'm gonna talk about my favorite rage moments in anime. I have a lot, more than you think. I'm gonna, listen today, and if you haven't checked out my other videos pertaining to this kind of style, which I go over different moments in anime, like fear moments and I'm her moments, and part 2 will come to those soon. But now we got rage moments, man. I've been wanting this for a while, so let's go. Let's start off with the classic. My first, maybe second rage moment I've seen in anime is the classic, the golden moment, top 5 in anime history, the Super Saiyan transformation, Dragon Ball Z. Now, I don't have to go over this too much. Y'all know what the hell happened. I had some childhood, trauma from this moment because, well, before this, if you don't know, my favorite character in Dragon Ball was Krillin as a kid. I know. I don't know why. I guess probably because that bald head, and I'm not sure. But yeah, a whole bunch of stuff happened. I remember the moment where Frieza, had enough of nigga shit, the side characters, and legit grabbed Krillin in the air and then blew up him. And that's when Krillin died. And that literally, I'm not even bullshitting, scared me as a kid. Like, I was like, no, I was so defeated, bro. And then when I saw Transformation Super Saiyan, I was like, holy shit. Of course I didn't say that I was a kid, but in my mind, I was like, this is insane. Bro, how he tapped in with himself and like that. You saw the veins pop out in his head, his eyes went in the back of his head, that nigga transformed. Legendary scream. And we got this form. And as you know, I love the fight, by the way, too, between, Super Saiyan, Goku, and Frieza. Because I love how, like, even then, he didn't even use, like, a final blow to Frieza. Frieza ended up using his own move against him, and that's how Goku was able, like, to lead planet now from the burst into destruction. That spawned and different classic, anime rage, IRL stuff, which, niggas do, which I didn't do, definitely. I never did this. Come on, bro. But yeah, classic moment. I gotta put it here. Favorite rage moment of all time. People say this is the best. I'm not even mad at it, bro. It's one of my favorites. I'm not even mad at it. But let's move on to another one. Naruto versus Pain. Now, this one along with Super Saiyan, I remember I was one of the rage ones. I think either second or first. I can't remember which one I watched first. But I know when I watched both of these, it was definitely when I was a kid. And when this aired, bro, oh my god. The whole Naruto versus Pain fight is one of my favorite fights in anime. Because like so much nostalgia plays into it, but like such a damn good fight looking back at it too. But the moment Hinata came in the battle, because Pain had Naruto like pretty much how he had Jiraiya, and then he finna finish him off. But Hinata came, and for her future husband, of course, she had to, do something, and of course, she did that classic, don't hurt him, hurt me shit, and that's what the fuck he did. And when Naruto seen that, it's not even because that's a friend, bro. That's his childhood fucking homie, bro. And when I saw that, bro, I remember I watched the AMV with Linkin Park called One Step Closer. Oh my god, play that shit. It was legendary. Oh my god, and the way he turned to I think the 8 tails or 7 tails. Bro, and I was thinking to myself, like, dude, this is 7 or 8 tails. Like, dude, if he turns into 9 tails, he's done. Cause even back then it was like, if he turns into 9 tails, he dies. And I was, scared for that too. But Jesus, all that matter power. Because I remember also one of my other favorite rage moments in Naruto was the whole Zabuza arc when Naruto turned 9 tails for the first time. That shit was dope. And like this one, I was like, damn, that was just destruction and rage. Oh my god, I never forget it. After Let's Stay Naruto, another rage moment in Naruto was Obito, and when he found out the truth and how that nigga came out and was, oh my god, off of niggas left and right. That shit, I remember I played that in Ninja Storm 4, and I was like, shit, bro, this story was insane. I was going crazy. That nigga was killing niggas left and right. And bro, the voice acting, oh my god, the way he looked, the sadness, the anger was all fleshed out perfectly. And the whole Obito Kakashi story, fight, peakness. Next, this is my underrated masterpiece of a show, Gintama. Yes, I said underrated, I don't care. So let me tell you about Gintama, man. This one rage moment in the show. It's actually a lot. It's a lot more than you think. Not as like, some minor ones, but this one, it's the one that everybody be talking about in our little cult fan base. When Gintoki rage. And let me give the whole backstory behind this. Now, if you don't want to get spoiled, like I said, skip ahead to this. If you don't care, then yeah, I won't give the full details, of course, but let's get it anyway. So, all right, so there's this old swordsman that comes back in town. You call him Uncle. He has a relationship with one of Gintoki's, you could say, mother figures, or best friends, pals, and fan favorite in the whole Edo community, Otase. You know what I'm saying? Grandlady Otase, how you want to say it. But yeah, she is close to Gintoki. it's kind of like a love-hate relationship in a way, but just know she is special to him. You know, and when you watch the show later on, you know, you get to see them interacting more, and you can see it's not as clear, like it's not in your face of why it's so special, but like it don't tell you, but you just know type shit. And just imagine, he had his reasons. He had his reason doing it, and the aunt nigga came and like just, bro. Oh God, he just know he did this to her. That's all I'm gonna say. He had his reason he did this to her, and when Gintoki found out what's going on, he ran trying to, you know, help and save her and shit, and then he sees this. And then this happens. Oh my, that shit is so clean, bro. And when you see this character, because bro, if you know Gintoki as a character, you know he has a dark past. You know he's recovering. He's, you know, moving on from that, trying to make the best out of his life now with his new friends. But when you see this, F all that, man. Nah, we getting Black and Blood, you know what I'm saying? That nigga went off. Look at that nigga. He looked unrecognizable sometimes, bro. And I was like, damn. And it's so short and subtle, but when it happened, you're like, damn, the way. I think why it hit so hard is because, like, bro, well, what I just said too. And another reason is that, bro, visually, that shit looks scary. That nigga look like a monster in that shit. The black and white tones, and oh yeah, that shit, great touch. And even he caught him off guard. He's like, oh shit, this nigga's the fucking animal. And yeah, that's one of my favorite moments in Gintama and one of my favorite rage moments in anime. Next is like a mini one too. I think it's like an underrated moment for me. Well, it's not talked about as much because I've been seeing some lists for like, you know, top 10 rage moments. Just see what I could, you know, pick apart. And some of this is BS. I don't know what, like, why you have this here, you know. But anyways, yeah, Code Geass is a great show, beautiful peak ending. Actually, probably one of the best endings in fiction I've seen. And I think a lot of people agree on that. The whole dynamic with Lelouch and Suzaku is great to me, and one of the best in anime. And I will say, there's a moment in time where you think probably Lelouch raged in this show. I know for a fact Suzaku did, and the way it happened, man, I'm not gonna spoil because like this is a big part of the series. But just know, if you're a fan of Code Geass and you watched it, the Euphemia moment where Lelouch and her was talking, and then shit went south real quick. And Lelouch had to end up cleaning his mess that he ended up causing. And the way it looked out of context, Suzaku saw that. Oh, that nigga. Thinking about this, why I think it's underrated, because like, bro, Suzaku, he is trying to catch Zero. So, you know, he's the knight in shining armor. He vowed to take down Zero. He was slipping up. He wasn't using his full potential until the moment he saw that. Oh yeah, that nigga, it's like a whole different Suzaku. He's the calm and collective, but like, nah. He got straight to business, bro. Cause man, Euphemia was special to him. That was his fucking lover, and then to see that happen, that nigga went off, and that nigga started going crazy too. That's when I was like, oh yeah, that nigga Suzaku got that dog in him, bro. And then I just remember that scream, anger in his eyes. Oh, that nigga went, oh, that was a nice rage moment. A little underrated, low-key, a little short, but nah, that nigga went crazy. Last two. Actually, 2.5, Bleach. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is the classic transformation, classic rage moments. And I remember watching this. I knew I was gonna get to this point in the anime when I was watching for the first time, and it delivered. One of my favorite fights in Bleach. I know a lot of people talk about the 1,000 Year Bloodwork arc and stuff. Man, come on. Y'all like Bleach didn't have no banger moments, bro. Come on. But this one right here, one of the best fights in the whole series. Okiura versus Ichigo. Oh my God. And Orihime in the background, like watching her, man. And when this happened, oh my God. She cried for Ichigo, and he heard that, and that hollow in him came out. Just look for yourselves.
I will protect you!
Bro, this is my Nantes moments of Bleach when I was watching it years ago. That shit is so raw. And don't forget, this is the big three. Man, come on, man. This is shit. You already know how peak this is, bro. But yeah, and I just remember how he looked like a monster, blowing shit up, just bitching Okiura, and that nigga looked unstoppable. That's the scary thing, bro. That scream replays in my head so many times. That gave me chills, and I just loved it. I know I said last year, I just thought of one lady on the spot. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Sorry, I was the only one I watched. But yeah, I have two from this actually. One, I had to include a female character, but I couldn't really find one like that. But I know this moment, I'm not sure if it would count as a rage or not, but I just know it was a fucking emotional for me. And I know she went off. Winry, when she saw Scar again and was about to end that nigga shit, bro. I remember that voice actor did her job because she was going off. And I was like, dude, this is such a crazy moment. I don't think people talk about that enough. See her emotions in her eyes, the way she sounded, that she was shaking, but it was that whole trauma that was caused by Scar to her. Man, second one, hey, some rage moments don't need all that screaming, you know what I'm saying? Some just need that little fury, that get back. Mustang versus, what was that? What was his name? Greed or the massacre he did. Dude, that nigga, you can see that emotions. Oh my God, but that nigga lit that bitch on fire, and that shit was so badass. And I guess you can just hear it in his voice a little bit. That nigga wanting to do that shit so bad. That's the get back shit, man. Hey, I may do the biggest get backs in anime. I don't know. We'll see. But last but not least, now I truly believe this is probably the best rage moment in anime. I gotta say it. My favorite probably. Gon versus P2. Y'all thought to lead us out? Come on. It's probably in the thumbnail or not. But yeah, Gon rage moment is what, if anyone has shown me the best rage moment, to me, I'm showing them this. If you know the context, it makes it 10 times better. If you don't, they still love it. Even the lead up to the episodes, each episode was like, okay, he knows where she at. And even when he found out where she was, you can see the look in his eyes, bro. When he thought about Kite, that nigga was pissed off. You can see that nigga eyes. When he was talking to P2, that nigga was going off. You could tell he's trying to hold all the veins popping out and shit, trying to hold all his power back. And he was crying, emotional, didn't understand. Nandaya! And then the moment happened, the transformation, the massacre. Oh my God, moment of silence for P2. Jesus, peak animation. That is why Hunter x Hunter is so special. That is, well, and many more stuff, of course, but just that's probably my favorite rage moment because, man, I felt that character. I felt that pain, and I just never forget it. Oof. And I might do a part 2. I doubt it. Honestly, I'd rather do part 2 to other videos than this because I know I said a lot for this. But we'll see. But yeah, rage moments, these are my favorites. Comment down below if you have one without spoiling. And yeah, I'll see you on this video, man. Oh, whoa. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like the video, subscribe. I'm out, man. Oh, whoa.